right. What's your zip code?
06. Oh, this is so exciting. So I have a question for you. Does this mean we have the possibility of like backcountry camping tonight, or do we have to wait until tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay, great. Okay, no problem.
And I can do. So, do you want to do one night then or two? I can give you two.
I don't know. I think our plan is just to do the trail down to the bottom of the canyon, stay there for one night, and then hike back up the next day. But if you suggest doing 2 nights, like if you think it's like worth...
I do, yeah.
Really?
I definitely recommend a night at Indian Garden on the way up, and I do have that available. It's definitely,
okay.
And here's the thing, like if you get up there and you just feel like hiking out, you can. We're not going to like tie you down and make you camp the second night.
Okay, great. Then yeah, we'll do the 2 nights just so we have it as a backup plan if we're too lazy.
Exactly, yeah.
Nice! I guess we're staying in the Grand Canyon for 2 more nights then.
Nice.
Well, it's great because like I know that one of those campgrounds that she said, the Indian campground, is like halfway up. Mm-hmm. So like we have the option to like, if we're too fucking tired, to like hang there for a night. The problem is we now have to figure out how we're gonna pack our backpacks with all of the fucking food and stuff, because it's gonna be a lot.
I know.
But it's gonna be sick.
Good morning. What a start to the day. Welcome back to Grand Canyon National Park. We woke up early. We camped outside the park in the national forest, just in like some free BLM land. But we came back into the park this morning at like 7 o'clock so we could make sure that we got a permit. We sent through an email yesterday, and the way they do it is...
They tell you not to tell people.
I'm not going to tell them the whole process. The point is, like, there's 15% of the permits are reserved for like last minute permits, which is what we got.
Oh my God, I'm so excited!
So you have to come to the backcountry office and then send them an email in a very specific way that they tell you on the office. So we did that last night, and we had to come back here because you have to be available for a phone call.
And you have to have service, and this has full service in this parking lot.
And we didn't at the campsite. So we drove back here, waited for like half an hour. We thought it was going to be longer. And then they phoned and they were like, hey, you want a permit? So now we are going to hike down into the Grand Canyon tomorrow, sleep there for the night, and possibly sleep another night on the way up again.
I feel like we should. Because I feel like it's one of those opportunities that like we might never get again.
That's true.
So we should just fucking do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I mean,
that's really exciting. Plans for the next 2 days. It's gonna be so cool.
It's gonna be like so wild.
So for today, we just have to go pick up our permits, and then we're pretty much just free to explore and I guess like plan for tomorrow.
I think we should probably just do all like the touristy lookout things today and like take it really slow because we're hiking 11 miles down.
Yeah, it's 11 miles down, 11 miles up, so it's quite a hike. And also we don't have the proper backpacking gear. Like we have a tent, we have stuff, but I don't have like a proper like frame pack or anything. One has the Osprey, but it's a bit smaller, so it's gonna be a challenge to fit everything.
We're gonna have to dry pack it tonight.
Yeah.
And just like, because like honestly, maybe we just go buy a backpack. I'm like serious though, because there's like, especially if we're gonna use it in the future, and we kind of need it now. We'll see how much stuff we have to bring, but also we can go talk to the Phantom Lodge people and see if we can get a meal for tomorrow night and the next night, and that'll significantly cut down what we bring.
Don't have to pack food.
Yeah, but honestly, the food that we're gonna bring is gonna be small anyway. Like we'll make sure it's all small stuff. Oh my God, this is so exciting! Holy shit! Like we're gonna be at the bottom of the, like not that many people get to say. I mean, actually, like 13,000 Americans a year get to say they camp at the bottom of the Grand Canyon, but we get to do it now. And there's gonna be like not that many people there.
True.
That's freaking crazy.
It's an experience for sure.
Yeah, I hope we're like warm enough and everything. We'll get all the details.
What are we doing right now?
We are dry packing to see if we can fit everything for our hike to the bottom of the canyon.
Yeah. So I definitely don't have a big enough bag, but I feel like I'm making it work. The tent is on the bottom there. Shout out to Brevity with this isn't a hiking bag. It's like a day-to-day camera bag, but they're making it work. So I'm going to somehow like fit everything in here. Hopefully fit everything in there. Otherwise, I'm going to have to rent like a frame pack, which I don't really want to do because it's going to be like $45 for 3 days. So
That's really not that bad.
It's not
but
too
it's not
bad.
Worth it. I
Yeah.
mean, like, it's if you're putting $45 down, it's like you might as well buy one because you know you're going to use it in the future.
Exactly.
So hopefully we don't have to spend $120 on a frame pack for you, but if we do,
I think we can do it.
I think we can do it, but it's more about you being comfortable.
Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge, but we'll see.
Because I don't want you to be in pain.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's a long hike, and if you're not like,
we'll see.
you know.
Anyway, so this is what's going down. That's the general store right there, and we just have our life on the pavement yet again. I think the transformation is complete. I think we've managed to do it, but we'll also see tomorrow if there's any last minute things we forget. But Quinn's bag is stacked to the max and got things hanging off and all of that. And then my bag is even more stacked. I like did this weird maneuver with like bungee cord and Eno's like keeping, because this sleeping bag is massive. So the Eno things like kind of pull it together a little bit. Got the tent in the bottom, and then the bungee comes all the way around here to the strap, so when you pull that down, it keeps the sleeping bag on top of the bag. So it's very intuitive. And then in the bag, I got my clothes, food, water on the sides, and yeah, I think that's it. And then Quinn has like first aid and bathroom stuff, toiletries, and
the
all that.
backpacking permit.
Yeah.
I also have so much water because my bladder holds 2.5 liters, and then I have 2 water bottles. So we'll be set on
Quinn has this and the 2 water bottles, which is nice. I only have the 2 water bottles, so we might have to share the bladder as well, but that's like a lot of water.
And then we have masks, we have hand sanitizer, tissues, sunscreen,
Good.
snacks, lunch, warm clothes.
It's crazy how much you can fit into like these little bags.
Well, also don't forget we're planning on wearing the exact same thing for 3 days.
That's true. Yeah. I only have 1 pair of shorts that I'm gonna wear for 3 days in a row and 2 t-shirts, which is fine. I don't really care. I mean, we also especially because we might swim at the bottom, so that's gonna like rinse everything off as well.
Yeah, we also might only do 1 night.
Yeah.
It depends on how we're feeling in terms of like hiking back.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, so we're gonna hike down to the bottom, which is where we're staying the first night. And then the woman on the phone was like, do you want 2 nights? So if when you're hiking back up, there's a campground about halfway. So if you want to camp there, you can. And I was like, yeah, sure. Like we'll take the option.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always a chance that we're only hiking for 2 days. So whatever.
Also, if you are planning to do this, make sure you bring your own food as well, because we were just gonna get food at the bottom because it's like a cafeteria kind of thing.
Phantom Ranch.
And we were gonna, because you have to like pre-order the food so they have food for you, and we're like, cool, let's just do that so we don't have to carry food. And then we called them and they were like, yeah, we can book for you, how much will that be? And they were like $126 for 4 meals.
For like 2 dinners and 2 breakfasts.
For 2 dinners and 2 breakfasts, obviously for the both of us. $126. It was what, like $40 for like vegetarian stew, which is just like beans and chili.
Which we literally
it's
just
like,
bought the exact same.
You can make that for like $2, so they're definitely overcharging so much. A steak there, this is a steak, which is $60, so that's probably $60 to $80, which is like equivalent of a 5-star restaurant. It's probably even more expensive. So unless they got like the best stuff in the world, probably not worth it. So yeah, definitely plan on bringing your own food and snacks and stuff. All right, so the car is packed, bags are packed, and we have just decided that we are gonna go check out the canyon finally. We've been here for like 18 hours and we still haven't even seen the Grand Canyon, so.
To be fair, it's dark for like 12 of those hours.
That's true, but still, we got here yesterday, didn't see it, and we haven't seen it today yet, so that's what we're doing right now. So, gonna go check it out and see what we're up against tomorrow.
He's gonna count on the wall.
It's not funny.
What?
I'm getting a little nervous now. I
What?
still can't even see the bottom of the canyon as we're approaching. And we have to hike that.
I'd hike that.
My God.
Jeez.
Oh.
That's a long way down.
Yeah, holy crap.
So how are you feeling?
What did we get ourselves into? Like, in theory, I'm like, oh, 4,000 feet isn't that bad. Like, we can do that. Like, 10 miles, like, fine, whatever. And then you look at it and you're like, what did I just do? What did I sign up for?
We're doing it.
God. I'm happy, I'm just fucking terrified.
Why?
Because it's insane. Look at this place. Like, we're hiking that tomorrow.
I'd hike that.
I'd hike that.
So we think that we start up there, and then there's a trail that runs right over there, and then we go down from there. So we are back at the campsite. Well, not really a campsite, it's kind of just like open land, which, by the way, if you are looking for free camping right nearby Grand Canyon, it's only like 15 minutes away from the entrance, well, from the visitor center actually, so really not far at all. There's a town like right there, probably like 5 minutes away, so if you need to grab anything. But it is Forest Road 688, I believe, and it's just this dirt road that comes through here into the woods, and there's like kind of sites designated, not really, it's just like little more shoots of off-road dirt roads, but there's like other people camping down there as well. But yeah, this is our setup for the night for today. We got the tents all up, and we got our shower cooking in the hot sun. We purposely parked in the sun so that we could warm up our shower over here, because we haven't showered in like 3 days, and it's a lot better to have warm water than cold water. But I think it's gonna get there probably about another hour or so, and then it'll be good. But in the meantime, and for the rest of the afternoon, we are pretty much just gonna be preparing ourselves for the hike, and with that comes making sure everything's packed properly, but most of all, cooking all of our own food and preparing all of the food so that we have meals ready to go, and we don't have to make anything on the trail. It also just saves time and or saves space in bringing stuff with, and just makes it a whole lot easier in general. So gonna set up cooking, set up the kitchen, and yeah, the rest of the day is just gonna be relaxing, because the next 3 days are gonna be very busy and very tiresome. So just a quick update, we have our kitchen set up and ready to cook, and then if we go over this way, we have a nice...
Show me in like my most embarrassing moments.
How's this most embarrassing?
Because I'm a wreck and dirty and gross and showering in the middle of the woods in a bathing suit.
Anyway, this is our shower setup. We got the car mat so our feet don't get dirty, and then we just hung the shower from the tree over here, so there's pressure coming down on the pipe, and then you have a nice shower.
Yay.
How's the water?
Fucking cold.
Still?
As always, yeah. I mean, it got a little bit warmer, but not much, obviously. I'm trying to get all my hair wet. This is the problem with being a girl. This would be a lot easier if I had really short hair.
Just cut it off.
I could.
Yeah, you could.
Pay me money, I'll shave my head. If someone out there wants to see me shave my head, I'm accepting offers.
Breakfast is being made. Lunch is being made. Dinner is being made. Snacks are being made. More breakfast being made. All the things. Nice shirt.
Thanks. Taylor gave it to me.
Also, we are nice and clean after the shower as well. Cooking is going well, and yeah, it's an enjoyable time just listening to music, hanging out, and cooking in a beautiful place. All right. How you doing?
Our spoons are so fucked up because they're in the same container as our sharp knives, so they like get dents in them and they're sharp, so sometimes when I like use one I like scrape my mouth and it hurts. But it's going well.
Dinner is served. Probably the best pasta sauce we've ever made. 10 out of 10. Would recommend.
9 out of 10.
Why only 9?
I want garlic bread.
That's not part of the pasta though, or the sauce.
Yes, it is.
Whatever. I give it a 10 out of 10. Foods are packed in the cooler for tomorrow. Quinn's bag is packed, ready to go. Mine is still kind of half packed, because the foods need to go in my bag, so that's what's happening. But enjoying dinner with a view. The sun is setting, and it's only 5 o'clock, which is sad, but...
It's 4. No, it's 5.
Yeah.
Well, it's technically 4. We're just in Arizona.
True.
Fuck! That sucks. Daylight savings, man. Abolish that shit.